Okay, now I got it right. I just wanted to make sure my mic wasn't working. It wasn't acting right at first, so kind of got that together. Sorry about that. I've just been rambling on, was talking, and didn't know. Didn't know that I was just talking to myself, basically. But finally got it up and running. Thank you guys once again. This is the VF podcast, or the VF cast that you may want to call it, episode number 4. Got a few topics I want to talk about. I want to talk about the PS5 CMOS situation. PlayStation Network needs a Game Pass competitor. I think I did a video about that, but I want to talk about that as well. And I got a game room setup that I'm going to be doing. It's kind of an old setup, but excuse me, but it's pretty much going to be the same thing like it used to be. So if you guys know anything about how my old setup used to be, that's what it's going to be somewhat like. So hopefully people, you guys will come through, want to check out the podcast. That'd be great. Give a shout out to everybody who's been checking out the channel. Channel is still small, it's still up and running, but I am in the process of making this thing grow. Hopefully, everything will work out in the way I want it to. But it all depends on you guys and the way that you guys support the channel. So hopefully that will come to fruition. Uh, like I said, today we're going to be talking about the PlayStation 5. Overnight, found out that the CMOS has been confirmed in the PS5. So the same thing that's been going on with the PS3, the PS4. Same thing goes for the PS5. We're going to talk about a Game Pass competitor. There's rumors around saying that the PlayStation 5 is going to have some type of competitor to Game Pass in the future. So we're going to have to see how that plays out. And lastly, like I said, I'm going to talk about the game room. So if you guys don't know already, check all the stuff down in the description. Hopefully, you guys will check that stuff out, and got a lot of things going on. The First and Frame Rates podcast every Tuesday and Thursday as well. Around about 8 o'clock, talk about sports and sports gaming. So I got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of content coming out, a lot of podcasting that I'm doing, and also on Twitch, I do a handful of gaming as well. So that's the that's what's going on right now. So let's get right into it. PlayStation 5. Oh boy. Boy, I tell you. Let me see. Is this the right one? Nope, that's not it. Let's see. That it? Nope, that's not it. Is it number 2? Yep, it's number 2. The PlayStation 5. We have a situation here now. Once again, we are. Hold on, let me get my son real quick. Come on, baby. Yeah. Come on. Yep. Go, mommy. Come on. Yeah, I know. Go get your diaper change. Get your diaper change, baby. Okay, all right. Yeah, my son wants to play with my games. I don't mind him playing with the games, but he needs his diaper change. He doesn't want to get a change because he don't really want to go on the. We're going through potty time right now, and it's back and forth with that. All right, so therefore, this is what we're going with. The PlayStation 5. The PlayStation 5 has an issue with its CMOS battery, just like the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 3. Now, the PlayStation 3 has it to where you can still play your physical games, but not much of your digital games. The digital games that you have, they're pretty much shot once the CMOS battery dies and it cannot connect to the internet. The PlayStation 4 is even worse. The PlayStation 4, you cannot even play your physical games once the CMOS battery dies and it cannot connect to the internet. And it looks like the PlayStation 5 is probably the same issue when it comes to trying to play games on that once the CMOS battery dies. Now, I know a lot of people thinking, all right, these are a bunch of old consoles. Why do you care? If you see what's behind me, all these games I have, I'm one of the type that do care because I feel like if I purchase the product, I should be able to keep it and play it the way I want to. And I know this whole thing about the license, and we're going to get into that in a second. But I feel that at the end of the day, in good faith, I would have felt if anything was to happen, I felt that I would still should be able to play those games as long as they're on my hard drive. It's kind of the situation where it is with with the Wii U. Well, I mean, with the Wii console basically has a situation where the virtual console went away, but you can still play those games on that system. I have an SD card that goes in it, and I think it has some form of regular memory in. And if you download the games on those platforms, you still be able to still be able to keep them and play them. That's how I play most of my games on my Wii Virtual Console. Same thing with I think the Wii U. I think the Wii U is the same way. But you would think with the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and I think 360 is not affected by this, but I think you would think that if you purchase these games, even though you purchase the license, you still should be able to play these games. You should not have to be locked out of these games. And I think that's one of the problems that we have now is to where these games are there, and if you're locked out of these consoles because of the CMOS battery, you won't be able to play your digital games. And like I said, with the PS4 and possibly with the PS5, and I think it's been confirmed because somebody, I know there's a lot of talk about it overnight. Well, somebody did open up their console, the PS5, and did the test with the CMOS battery, and it has the same issue. So therefore, once this stuff goes away, the PlayStation Network, and you turn around, the CMOS battery is not working. Yeah, you can change the battery out, but if it can't hook up to the internet, you're not going to be able to play these games. And once again, people saying, yeah, well, once again, people are like, hey, VF, why am I worried about that? You have or newer games to play or whatever the case may be. And, I get it. Yeah, you do. I just bought a Series S, and I'm planning on getting a Series X and a PlayStation 5 at some point. So, should I be worried? Absolutely. I feel like it's an issue because these are my games, and I feel like I own these games, even though I guess technically you don't. And I think somebody came up with a good point with this, saying that even though the physical copies that I have behind me, they're mine, I still don't own the license to them. And I mean, that's a whole nother topic I can go into at another time. Don't really want to get into that because that's really, really weird. Just going down that rabbit hole, trying to figure out how all this stuff works. But therefore, what I was saying was that these games technically, should be able to be played if you purchase them. I even if the license is not quote unquote yours, I don't see why this is a software bug or an intended problem with the consoles to where you are locked out of these games. You should at least be able to play these games the way they should. I don't see why not. You also got to think about the PlayStation 3. They're locking out the store. The store is not going to be available for you to purchase any items. Now, when you don't purchase the items, what's going to happen is, you're not going to have access to any of the digital games that you want if you want to purchase them. Fine and dandy, I get it. Now's the time you should buy all those games. Now, if you don't buy them, you're locked out or whatever the case may be, you can't buy them. But once again, that CMOS battery is the reason why you're not able to even use those games, even though you purchased them to use on your console. Basically, they're making these consoles turn into a brick. Like, they're going to be a brick, and you probably invested your money, your time, all this other stuff into it, and now you're not able to use them. It's really, really unfortunate at the end of the day when you're trying to figure out what to do with your collection. It's your collection. Is something that you should be able to use and something that should be yours to keep. Unfortunately, that's not the case. So we'll see how it goes. And people always also say, well, VF, what are you talking about? This is something that is down the line. Well, the PS3 is out. Is coming to a point where the PlayStation 3 is getting to that point, and that's been out since 2006. It's now 2021. So you're looking at around a 14, 15 year cycle to where this would be an issue. 15 years is really not a long time when it comes to gaming. People say it is, but it's really not. You got to think about it. 15 years ago, the PS3 was just coming out. The Xbox 360 was coming out. And it may seem like a long time, but when you look at the totality of all the stuff that has happened within that time, that's not a long time. And a lot of these games still hold up very, very well. You can go back and play Killzone 2, and it's a really good first-person shooter. Which, like right now, how many good first-person shooters are out right now? Honestly, even if you go back and play it, it still holds up very well to this day. Killzone 3 is so, but it's still a very good first-person shooter. Why do you think all these remakes are coming out, all these remasters are coming out? Because they know that a lot of these games are really good, and they want to resell you the games instead of you to constantly keep playing the same game. And then that's another reason why a lot of people are, that's why a lot of these companies are ending the life of some of these consoles, because they want to try to resell you a lot of stuff. Halo Master Chief Collection, you see Uncharted Collection. They're even actually trying to remake The Last of Us. They're doing all of this stuff because they really are just trying to resell you stuff that you had a great experience back in the day. I'm not even talking about first-person shooters now. You're talking about Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls. All those got a PS4 update. All these games that are coming out had a remake or of some sort. So the PlayStation 5, I wouldn't not be surprised if they try to do that cycle again with some PS4 games, trying to remake those, possibly some more PS3 games, trying to remake those. And now you're probably going to have it to where we're probably playing a bunch of recycled stuff again. I just wish that, you were able to keep the games that you want. You shouldn't be locked out of them. And it should be our choice if we want to play the newer stuff. We're going to play it in there. Look, we're gamers. We'll play anything. Old, new, indifferent. And if you are, and I don't mean this to shade anybody, because if this is your first time listening or you decide to listen after I go live, if you're worried about not playing old games and worrying about why should I care or why should anyone care, I'm going to be honest, this podcast may not be for you, because I'm not necessarily just talking about new games all the time. There are great games out there no matter when they came out, and I think that's something that we should all be able to acknowledge at some point, to where that we are actually enjoying gaming and not necessarily worrying about the new latest and greatest. You got a lot of people that do that stuff already, and unfortunately, probably to your detriment, that this probably not the place for you, because I don't just talk about the new stuff. I try to talk about older stuff as well. Like I said, also I do like a stream new and old games. Like that's just what I do. But nevertheless, I want to see how far this goes. I hope this catch enough awareness to where that Sony will understand what's going on, and it's only a software lockout. It's only a software lockout. They could patch this in, and people don't have to worry about this outside of, let's say, hey, I may need to use some custom firmware for my PS4, PS3 or PS4. For me, I already have custom firmware on one of my PS3s, so I'm not really too worried about it. But I have my original, I ain't gonna say my original, I have my other PS3 set up perfectly to have all my PS1, PS2, PS3 games on it, like PS2 classics, PS1 classics. I have probably more than maybe 60 games on it that are digital. So that I have that on top of the stuff I have behind me, and I want to keep those games. I want to be able to use those games at my leisure. I should not be able to be locked out of them. When push comes to shove, I will jailbreak my PlayStation 3 if I have to. I'm not sure. I think Xbox has the same issue. I'm not sure if anybody has talked about it yet, but I will figure it out and find out. And when I do find out, I'll let you guys know my thoughts about it, because this, at the end of the day, I understand the agreement that we all got into, because we all got into an agreement to an agreement to actually we got into agreement to actually purchase these games and purchase the license of these games, but I didn't think that it would be a time where they would just lock us out of them. Because purchasing a license is one thing, but to say, no, you can't play these games once the CMOS battery dies and you can't connect to the network, I don't think those two are actually intertwined. If it is, let me know. I wouldn't think it is. I would just think that it'll be, you have the license, you can't take this game off of this console and move it to another space or whatever. That actually makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I think that will make sense if you can't use those files that you downloaded to your hard drive and move them to another PlayStation 3. I totally understand that. Now, if say that's illegal, that's fine. I totally get it. But to lock us out and say we cannot play them on the console that it's intended for, that's sad. I mean, you got to think about it. Out of all the generations of consoles out here, that the PlayStation 4 up into the PlayStation 5, the PlayStation 1 and the PlayStation 2 look like those are the two that's going to last the longest. And they were the least expensive out of all the ones that we have. You gotta understand, the PlayStation 3 was more expensive than the PS4 and the PS5. But the PlayStation 1 that came out in 1994 is going on almost 30 years. I think it's 30. Did I say 30? Yeah, it's almost going on 30 years. And it's still up and running like a champ. Albeit, like, if your disc drive going away by the wayside, I mean, we get it. But my PlayStation 1 still works fine. My PlayStation 2, believe it or not, it works fine. All three of them. I mean, I'm surprised that they work after all this time. That came out in 2000. And, that's a 21-year-old console. They're still working. So, therefore, I feel at the end of the day, the newer stuff you would think that would be able to last long, but because of it, it was intended that for this to happen. Sony put this in their console for this to happen. This is no oops, our bad. This is the third console that they've done with this CMOS problem. So this is not a oops, my bad, whatever the case may be. It's not like one of those situations. It's basically getting to the point where they need to fix this. And it sucks because now it looks like I'm on the offensive that I'm actually bashing Sony, and I'm not that type of person. I'm not that type of person at all. I love my PlayStation. I love all of them. My PlayStation 3 stuff is above here, above the 360 stuff, all my games. My PlayStation 2 is on a black, let me see right here, the black bookshelf. My PlayStation 4 games is on the other side of this spinning one, that spinning bookshelf. It's just something that, I really wish that Sony fixes. Because at the end of the day, this is it's pretty bad when you really look at the actual situation, regardless if, I want to, play the latest and greatest. Yeah, I do, but at the same time, I want to keep the stuff that I have. I want to keep the stuff that I purchased, And the only thing is about that licensing thing is like you purchase the license to use those games on the console, not to be locked out of them eventually. So, if you like what you hear, please hit the like button. Let everybody know what I'm doing over here by sharing. And I'm basically just trying to grow not only this channel, but the First and Frame Rates channel. That right there in the middle of the screen, the First and Frame Rates podcast, every Tuesday and Thursday around 8 o'clock. We talk about sports and sports gaming. That channel should be down in the description. You can go check all that good stuff out. I really appreciate all the support. You guys are awesome. Now, let's jump over to the next topic real quick. PlayStation Network Game Pass competitor. There's rumors out there now saying that there's going to be a legit Game Pass competitor. I don't know if it's true or not, but I want to discuss this because I said this in my video a few days ago. PlayStation needs a competitor immediately. Immediately. That's what I put in the title. Immediately. They need one ASAP. This PlayStation Now thing is not working. PlayStation Plus is cool, but what Microsoft is doing over there is they're doing a great deal of showing off their service and showing off how well they're able to put out a good product for people as far as having access to games at a fee and we could debate on if the fee is fair or not, because I think it's like what, at $100 or something like that a year or something for Xbox. I don't know. I purchased it a while back, and I think I got it up until late next year or something like that. So I have PlayStation. I mean, I have Microsoft Game Pass for a while. You want me to cut the TV on? Okay, I'll cut the TV on, baby. So I'm pretty good when it comes to that. My main thing is PlayStation. I love your console. I always have. I've been a big fan of the console since the PlayStation 1. I guess since from the beginning, you can say that. But I want this to be a competitor situation where both companies are actually competing for, consumers. Because even though a lot of people have bought the PlayStation 5 or whatever, a lot of people have purchased it. They're in love with their console. But the flip side to that is you're looking at you're looking at to where son, what is that? What is it? Oh, you want me to move that? Okay. There you go. You what is it? My son is so temperamental right now. He don't know what he wants. Well, you put it down. Here you go. There you go. There you go. Okay, you don't want it up or down. Which one you want it? Okay, all right. So, like I said, that we need, so they'll be able to have both games available. Both systems available for the games. What is it, baby? What is it? Oh, you want to put it down here? Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Here you go. There you go. He's trying to tell me what he wants, but he still limited on words. But like I said, sorry about that, y'all. But like I said, with them having Game Pass, that will really help to the point where it'll help to the point where consumers will have a legitimate. They will have a legitimate alternative because now they don't have that alternative to where it's they can download games. They're not able to download games. They're basically streaming games, and when they're streaming the games, it's just not working out for them. Okay, what is it? What is it, baby? What is it? My son is a mess right now. I don't know what is it. But yeah, it's just that we're not able to stream. I mean, we're not able to download games. We're just streaming everything that we have, and therefore that a lot of people do not like PlayStation Now. I'm one of those people that don't like it at all. I don't even use it. I try to use it, but when I do, every time I try to use it, it's just not working. It's just not one of those things that I like to use at all. At the end of the day, I've tried it maybe 3 or 4 times, and every time I tried it, it's just like, okay, the lag is terrible. The game selection is okay, but when you look at the quality and the things you have to do to play those games, it's just not worth it. Xbox Game Pass especially Game Pass Ultimate is very, very, very convenient. It works out, and at the end of the day, it's my preferred choice. It's one of the reasons why I bought a Series S, because I basically use it as Game Pass machine, and it works out very well. I mean, the games are nice on there. It is good to play, and I also think at the end of the day that I'm sorry. I also think that it's very, very, a good quality service that they put out there. So I really feel that PlayStation needs, they really need an alternative. They really do, because And I just don't like what they're doing over there. And like I said, the rumor is out saying that they may do that. I hope they do. It will work out very well. And I think it'll be a win-win for everybody at the end of the day. So I don't know. I mean, what you guys think? I really think they just need to go ahead and make an alternative and get rid of PlayStation Now. This whole streaming thing just not working. I think I talked about this also in my video where the streaming is just not viable. I don't think anybody even talks about it anymore, especially when it comes to I don't even think Xbox talks about it as much because they had a service on it. Nobody talks about Google Stadia, and I think Nvidia had one as well. So I just think they need one ASAP. They do. I mean, some type of competitor that actually works, one that actually is more or less of a convenient service to the gamers where they can just purchase and download and play the games on their hard drive. And under these circumstances, I totally understand how a game could you could get locked out of a game on this one, with this mechanism. So I don't have a problem with the Game Pass mechanism, but because you're not purchasing the games, you're basically purchasing a subscription. How you doing, Complimentary Sports? Good to see you in the chat. Good to see you. And once again, I do apologize for my son. I mean, he's he likes to try to do everything while I'm in here. That's just how he is. I love him to death. If you watch the First and Frame Rates podcast, you guys know how my son do. I mean, that's just how he is. So if this is your first time here, that's basically the norm until I actually get him on some video games and get him actually playing games, which he's pretty much interested in right now. But like I said, he's only 2, so he doesn't know everything about it. But I guess that's a pretty good segue to the next topic. If you're new here, you just got here, please hit the like button, share this video, let people know what I'm doing over here. And if you really like this content, subscribe. Shout out to Scott Smith. He subscribed to the channel. Really appreciate you. Big time supporter of not only this, but the First and Frame Rates podcast as well. Really appreciate you, bro. Yeah, I know he's 2. I mean, that's just how he is. I'm not even worried at all. It's just that, some people, how some people are. They're like, oh my God, your child is in a, some people are weird about that. But just always an explanation. If you guys don't know, that's just how he is. He loves to be here. And he tries to do a lot of things while I'm, he's 2, what you expect. But what I was about to say, speaking of trying to get my son into gaming, I'm in the process of doing a new / old game room setup. Now, if you guys don't know, if you wasn't here in the beginning, possibly prior to COVID, I had a game room set up upstairs, and it's a lot more room than this. The only reason why I bought stuff down here because of COVID, and we're going to be home a lot more. And since we're home more, I wanted to have everything down here. So me and my wife, she works from home as well. And, well, she works from home. I don't. But while she's working from home, I don't need to be running up and down stairs to help her out. Okay. That is starting to run dry now. Because, COVID, I ain't going to say it's over, but it's definitely dying down. And me and my wife were talking about this the other day. Like, hey, why don't you, I asked her, what does she think about me moving everything back upstairs? And she has her own business now, not only just working at a regular job, she has her own business. I was like, hey, how about you move your stuff into this area right here, and I'll move all my stuff back upstairs, and I have a bigger setup, a bigger studio up there that I can get things, much more fleshed out. Because at one point, she wanted to go up there, but she's not a fan of going up and downstairs all the time either. So, as well. So she's more of this. She's more the mindset like, yeah, you can take your stuff back up there because round about the time when I do the podcast at night, we're just talking about my son. He likes to be in here and he doesn't like to go to bed on time. So, I think if it's out of sight, out of mind, he's more likely to lay down and go to bed and go to sleep if I'm upstairs. So that's pretty much the move right now. For the most part, I'm I'm probably going to be taking all of this stuff back upstairs. I'm probably going to be in the search for more bookshelves because these bookshelves, the way it's set up kind of like a dome. So the bookshelves are kind of too tall and they don't fit up against the wall like I want to. So therefore, I'm going to be probably in the search of new bookshelves instead of the one that's behind me, because the black one right here, that's right, I really like that bookshelf, but it's like it does not fit up against the wall like I want to. But I have plenty of room up there. It's probably about 2.5, 3 times the size of this room. So I'm gonna have a lot of room up there like I used to have back then. I mean, like I still have my my old school big fat CRT. You know, they're up there where I could play light gun games. I still have 2 of those up there, and I got a projection TV up there. So I got all of that. Plus, I'm gonna be moving all this stuff up there. Probably, what is it, the 18th, as the time of this live stream. Probably by the end of the month, I'll probably have everything set up there because I got to go up there and clean some stuff up because we kind of been using it as a storage. And it's one of the reasons why a lot of stuff is kind of cluttered around here. And I know you guys know a lot about having things cluttered, especially if you have a 2-year-old. So the thing is, I'm probably going to move things up there, probably turn that back into the man cave like I had it. Probably going to put probably a bed up there, probably take this couch up there again, probably get my nephews to help me move some of the stuff back up there, and within the next 2 or 3 weeks, that will be the case. Let's see. So what about a game room? What should be in a game room? I mean, I have a little bit of everything. Matter of fact, I'm looking at this right here. This picture, this is not my picture. I just put up there just for game room purposes. It's not my picture. I'm looking at this right here, and these bookshelves are basically the bookshelf that I have behind me right here. The one right is basically the same one, and unfortunately, my ceiling is not tall enough. I really like these bookshelves. I think they're absolutely, great, but I'm going to be in the process of getting that together to where I'm going to be setting up my game room. I'll have all my consoles out, probably put a little bit of accessories, some of the some of the boxes that I have. I still got my Series S box. I still got my PS4 box. I still got my original Xbox box. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's up here. See, I still got my original Xbox. I still got that box up there. And some of the things that I have on the wall, the Football is Life stuff, all that good stuff. I still have all that good stuff. So that'd be great. Complimentary, you said, thinking about starting videos on do it. Because you do a great job at designing stuff. I think that'd be fantastic, to be honest. That'd be really dope. And if you guys don't know already, go check out a lot of his stuff he puts on Twitter. And I think he has a YouTube channel on this stuff as well. And check out his regular Complimentary Sports channel. Check out all that. That will be fantastic. And he does really good work. Really good work. I need to get the link to that stuff. If you have that link, I will definitely put it in the chat so people can check it out. And that's what's up. I just think at the end of the day, I really want a decent game room. I had it together at one point. COVID kind of messed all that up. But like I said, I was speaking to my wife, and I think that we'll be able to, get that back together, because I want her to have some room for herself to expand her business as well, because she make T-shirts or whatever. She made this T-shirt here for me. I don't know if you guys see it. I'm gonna put it up there. I know it's a little wrinkles or whatever. This shirt right here says "Simping for 60 frames." That's definitely what I do. I'll be simping for 60 frames. So Concise Creations is her stuff as well, so you guys could go over there on Twitter and check that out. If not, I'll definitely be posting that stuff throughout the day. But I just think with the game room setups, I think you should have a area where you could just relax, get away from it all. Not only just play video games, you could be in a position to actually, watch your favorite television shows, do all the other good stuff to where you really are just have a place to relax and get away. And when I do say man cave, I don't necessarily think like it's just for men. I mean, sometimes, especially when I was living in Atlanta, I had an area my wife used to come and hang out with me, and she would just sit there, and it'd just be a place to relax, and I think that's one of the things that we all need nowadays, especially with all the stuff that's going on in the world. We do need a place where we could just fall back and have fun and just enjoy ourselves, because we don't get enough of that as it is. It's just really weird that with all the things going on, it's really tough to have a place to where you can just relax. And it's always hustle and bustle. You're always jumping around. You always got to do this. You got to go do that. You don't have time to do X, Y, and Z because you're so busy, 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 busy. I'm really trying to find a space where I could just chill out and just don't have to worry about anything. I think we need that at least once a week. I really do. Shout out to Preacher of Valor, one of my favorite, if not my favorite streamer. I really appreciate him. He says, I'm Iron Man. Seriously, you do so much and casually breathe, whether you do show it or not. You do what you got to do for your family, incorporate it into a lifestyle of happiness and not chores. You show young men what it means to be a provider, 100% and gamer. Hey, man, I really appreciate that, man. That's a really... Hey, man, I really appreciate that. Hey, man, you really put that out there on Twitter. Like, that's pretty awesome. But shout out to Preacher of Valor. The guy is very awesome when it comes to streaming. No, that picture up there is not my game room. It's just a picture in general. I have a video. Let me see if I can find that video. I'll put it down in the chat before I go. I have a video of my old game room setup from like 2017 or 2018. It's on the First and Frame Rates channel, and it's an old. I mean, now I have much more stuff now, but it's kind of like how it used to be. But I will show you what it's like, and once I get the new one set up, I ain't gonna say new, the new old one set up back up. When I get everything back upstairs, I'll do another video on it. Definitely will do that. I'm gonna see if I can. Let me see if I can pull it up. It's on my First and Frame Rates channel. Let's see. Go to my channel. It's been so long since I've done this video. But when I find it, I definitely will put it in the chat so you guys can check it out. But yeah, it's always a good place to just to have for your own. Do a little bit of recap real quick. The PS5 CMOS, it is an issue. I think it's something that we need to be really wary about. PS5, PS4, PS3 is probably going to be going by the wayside sooner rather than later. It really sucks, but that's just the way it is. We need to find a way to get around that, possibly with the jailbreak, or if Sony decides to say, hey, we're going to go ahead and take this off of these consoles, so we'll be able to let you guys play your games. Let me see real quick. Let me see if I can find this, because I know I have it. Oh, it's a really old video. Oh, Lord. 2 years ago I'm going back? Man, hey, listen. It's been a while since I showed off my game room. It's been that long. Yeah, it's long overdue. I really need to do another one now, knowing what I know now. So once I get that together, I'm definitely gonna be doing a second one. Cause it's been, I think I passed it. It's been years since I've done one, but that just goes back to COVID and everything. Even with COVID, it was just a situation where was not able to do it. everything happened. Once COVID happened, a lot of things changed around, and you was not able to go out and do things, and I had to change up a lot of things that I was doing. So okay, here it is right here. All right, let me put it. Okay, there we go. So see if I could paste that on there. Okay, so that's the video right there. I don't know if it'll show up. It should show up. That's the video right there to the yeah, there it is right there. That's the video to my initial game room back in the day. That was way back in 2018. And once this podcast is over, you guys can check that out. PSN Pass competitor, they need one. PSN needs a Game Pass competitor. Definitely, they need one. It's really a mess that they don't have one, and they need to find a way to compete because Xbox is running circles around them, in my opinion, and it's really ridiculous that they don't have one. It really sucks, and they need to do something so they'll at least be at least they'll be on the same page as what Xbox is doing, because Xbox is running circles around them right now. They really are. So hopefully that'll be the case. And we just got finished talking about the game room setup. Hopefully I'll be able to get that done by the end of the month and show you guys everything that I have in this room, because even though the stuff that's down here that I still have more stuff up there that's not shown in this room. I got PSP stuff. I got more Sega Saturn stuff. I have some more Xbox 360 stuff. I even got some games up there. I got other boxes, like I got a Sega Saturn box up there. I have my NES AVS, some of my Wii U stuff. I have a lot of stuff. I got two CRT televisions up there where I play like old school and light gun games. I have a lot of stuff. I'll just leave it that way. And no, there's no certain order to the games. I used to have my games. Complimentary says there's a certain order to the games. He said no. I used to have all my games, my Xbox games right here. I used to have them in alphabetical order, but I don't necessarily have them now. I think that's going to change once I move everything upstairs. I think I'm gonna be going to do that. But you do see I have them based on console. Xbox right here, my N64 stuff right here, my Sega Saturn, the Wii U stuff is down here, and under that is my Genesis and Super Nintendo stuff. You see it right there by my shoulder, right there. The PS3 stuff is at the top, 360 is right under it, and all my box games, I don't know if you see that, right there at the top, all my box and long box games are right up there above the bookshelf, right above my head. So that's how I got it. So I'm gonna have it in order eventually. I forgot my NES games right there too. But hopefully we'll see how that goes once I move everything back upstairs. What's up, Hood Nerd? Good to see you. Check out his channel as well. You guys can click his name, I think you can, or just type it in and you can find out his stuff as well. He said, I don't know if Sony can make those financial losses that Microsoft can to make it work. That's true. You just came up with a very good point, because now what what Sony has done, they kind of put themselves in a hole with the streaming service. So for them to turn everything around, it would be probably a really big loss. They kind of just put themselves in a situation where it's just going to hurt them in the long run now. So they probably can't turn back to fix this. I think the only thing they can do as far as a Game Pass competitor is probably try to make it cheaper. And I know that sounds crazy, but I think you're going to try to make a profit off getting more people onto the platform instead of just having the price the way it is. Because, I mean, that's just, more people that come through, you'll make more money that way, even if it's less at a lesser price. But as far as the licensing of these games go, I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't be an issue for them to just say, hey, we'll lift that. And I think it's something got to do with the trophies as well. And if it has something to do with trophies, they should have a mechanism there to say, hey, you can play this game without the trophies being activated. Because I think the games check for a trophy check, And if it doesn't have, and if they can't check the trophies, then the game won't play. Because I think it all boils down to the integrity of obtaining trophies, which I understand on that end, but I feel that you should not have to lock everybody out of their games just because. You shouldn't be able to lock everybody out of their games just because the trophy issue. I think you should just be able to disable trophies. I don't see how hard that is. I try to make these podcasts go about an hour. And I think we're almost up at that time. Got about 10 more minutes. If you guys have anything else you want to ask away. I'm just going to add a little bit more to, I guess I'll end it with what I've been playing lately. Lately, I've been trying to get on to, I think you can see it right here behind me, right here. Let me see if I can reach it. Here we go. I know this game is coming to PC, but I'm finally going to start playing Days Gone. I think I'm going to play this and beat this. I'm already almost done with Remnant of From the Ashes. I'm going to be streaming that game more, but I'm going to finish that game over a live stream since I've been playing it so long. As far as Days Gone, I'm probably going to just play this one solo without a stream. And when it comes to PC, I may stream the PC version because it's supposed to be on PC within basically a month from now. So when you're looking at it should take me no more than a month to beat this. Then I'll probably double back and stream it on PC, and we can look at the differences of that. Also, been playing more PGA golf. Been playing a lot of games on Game Pass. As far as the retro stuff, you guys may not know anything about this game right here, but I've been playing this on the Dreamcast. It's a game called Expendable. If you don't know what this game is, you can check out one of my last videos. I've played this game on one of my recent videos. I think this was the video about Epic Game Store. This game is pretty fun. It's an old school top-down shooter. It's like a 3D version of Contra, but it has its own little spin on it. I like it. It's pretty good. As far as every Monday I do a retro stream. As far as that goes, I will be playing Madden 2001 Monday on the Monday retro stream. So you guys can come through. That's going to be on Twitch. The link is down in the description. You can go check that out. I really love PlayStation 2 Maddens, original Xbox Maddens. And I don't think that there's any other football game that gives you the immersion that this does. And I have been playing Madden 21 on the Xbox, on next gen, Xbox Series. And that game is fun, it's cool. But it's just something about, this version of football. This game was great. So I'll be playing this on Monday. I hope you guys really enjoyed this console. Hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. I try to do this every Sunday at 10 a.m. Also, I do a Monday retro stream on Twitch. Every Tuesday and Thursday is the First and Frame Rates podcast. And throughout the week, I just do regular live streams as far as gaming. Mostly try to do them on Saturdays, Sundays, and maybe on Wednesdays. Depends on what my work schedule is like. So I try to do all of that. You guys are great. I really appreciate you guys for coming through, all the support. If you haven't already, really appreciate it if you click that like button. That really helps the channel grow. Right now, I'm at 34 subs, trying to get it up to 50 real quick, and hopefully you guys are able to, support and help this grow. I done lost train of thought that quick what I was about to say. But I really do appreciate you guys. I really, really do. I mean, without you guys, not only over here, but on the First and Frame Rates channel, the VF Baller channel, all that stuff, you guys are amazing. You guys really help this grow, and I really, really appreciate it. So I'm probably going to be live streaming a little bit later. I may be doing a little bit of Remnant. I'll switch over from Remnant from the Ashes Probably do some Madden later on tonight. Play some next generation Madden. Show you guys what I think, what are my thoughts, all the other good stuff. And I'll be here a little bit later. Once again, if you guys haven't checked it out, please support all the stuff down in the description. Everything from the channel to the podcast to the Patreon, all that good stuff. All that links are down there. And I'm going to get up out of here. I think it was a pretty good episode. I think we did pretty good. All the interactions, you guys are awesome. And I think I'm going to slide about it. If you haven't already, go back and check this as well. Check out the podcast, this episode if you missed it, if you're just getting here late. And also check out that link of my old game room complimentary. That's my old game room turned new game room, because I'm going to be taking all this stuff upstairs once again. So I'm going to get up out of here. You guys take it easy. I will see you guys later on the live stream over there on Twitch. Just go to Twitch, tap VF Baller. It'll come right on up. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Peace.